Parvati, I wanted to start with you first. Adaptability is such a key component in being successful in any competition show, and you've done that so brilliantly on Survivor. Having built a reputation as the Black Widow, was your strategy to lean into that or stray away from that heading into the season? And how did you adapt your gameplay to the cast and various twists?
Wow, very thorough question. Thank you, Kevin. Um, I I didn't really want to play into the Black Widow. I wanted to come in and be more unassuming because the cast is full of people that aren't necessarily game players. There's
Mm,
housewives, there's Love Island people, Bachelor people, like there's Dancing with the Stars, so many people, and John Burkoff, the Speaker of the House. Like these people aren't necessarily gamers, and if I could avoid having a target on me, that's what I wanted to do. So I wanted to come in and be charming and smile and be friendly and just be as non-threatening as possible, and make friends and create some bonds. That was my plan this time, so that I could fly
that
under the radar.
Peppermint, one of the reasons why you came onto this show was to continue to use your platform to advocate for the transgender community, which you've undoubtedly done with this show. How did that motivation and that strong sense of purpose aid you throughout this experience?
How did it age me?
Aid, aid.
Oh, it's like, darling, what are you trying to say? Um, how did that? I don't know. You may know more than me. I hope it doesn't hinder me. It may have, because I was definitely focused on the community. I'm not only a drag queen from RuPaul's Drag Race, but I also work as an activist outside in the real world, and so maybe I brought a lot of that with me into the castle. Which is really important. I'll never let go of the LGBTQ plus community and advocating for them no matter what I'm doing. And I enter the room as a Black trans woman. Like that's something I can't separate. And that instantly means that whatever people think about the community before they meet me is what they're going to serve me when they do meet me. And so especially given that it seemed like plenty of people in that house had never watched RuPaul's Drag Race before. And so I do think that that may have hindered me if I had maybe spent more time sort of like really focusing on how to be conniving rather than focusing on
Mm.
making sure that people understood who the trans community, the LGBTQ plus, but the trans community really are, then maybe I would have lasted a little longer in the game.
Mm. You're iconic in this series. And Sandra, your reputation as one of the best players to ever play Survivor precedes itself. And it's your social game and your ability to connect with people that have led to the success that you've had. And as Parvati was saying earlier, there's such a wide mix of different contestants on the show. How are you able to bring all of your skills into a series where you're competing against politicians, boxers, and other reality show winners? And how did your strategy vary based on whether or not you're going to be selected as a traitor?
For me, it was just my social game because I can't rely on being like a physical threat or doing like anything athletic and being good at it. I just wanted to get to know every single person and Peppermint, everyone loved you out there. Like I feel like Peppermint was the most like you what was the word that we used for that thing? The most what was the word that the most
I don't
famous one?
remember the
Like everybody loved Peppermint.
Popular.
Yeah, the
Popular,
most
likable. I
popular. I
think,
can't
yeah.
even think straight. But it was for me, it was my social game. A lot of people, like Parvati said, and Peppermint said, didn't watch Survivor. All they knew is, oh, the Survivor last season won. So right there, we had an obstacle because it
Mm.
was the survivors and the big brothers. The gamers are the ones that get picked as traitors. But for me, it was just my social game. That's all I have. Like I don't have anything else. I just want to make sure to speak to everyone. And then I got a sense early on as to who wanted to be my friend and who didn't. Like it's obvious.
They're all legends in the show. I got one final question for the group, but this season has such a star-studded cast. Who's somebody that you've worked alongside of in your respective franchises that would do well on Traitors 3?
Tyson. Tyson would be amazing on Traitors. I've already told him he has to do it. He's
Yeah.
so funny.
I think Kelly Wentworth would be a good one.
Mhm.
Um, yeah, I'm gonna stick with Kelly.
What about you, Peppermint?
I'd say Tammy Brown because she really is the ultimate decoy, and people would not know. People would be like, "What the hell are you talking about?" she's so random, and it seems like she's like disconnected. She's on her own. She's literally on her own planet, and I think that people would be so thrown off by her they wouldn't know whether they wanted to marry her or murder her.